Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. I'm Brad Becker. This is Red Barn Radio's 18th broadcast season, and tonight is Red Barn Radio's 679th live concert performance. How about that? Tonight we present Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company. They are a four-piece band from Pikeville, Kentucky. We think you'll love their blend of upbeat country and southern rock. They play entirely from a catalog written by their lead singer, and the band has been together for just shy of a year. Welcome, folks, Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company to the Red Barn stage.
Good evening, and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to the music of Kentucky. WEKU is Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, serving Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.fm. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. Lex Arts, Lexington, Kentucky's Arts Council, creating a great American city inspired by the arts. Chef Greg Scott and Broussard's Delta Kitchen, featuring authentic flavors of New Orleans and the Mississippi Delta on Main Street in historic Georgetown, Kentucky. Broussard's is on Facebook. Listen locally, working in concert with people to embrace opportunities, listen locally, and engage in shared experiences, including music, theater, poetry, dialogue, and conversation. More on Facebook, Instagram, and listenlocally.net. Griffin Gate Resort and Spa, a luxury spa located in the Marriott in Lexington, Kentucky. The Griffin Gate Marriott Resort and Spa is the ideal choice for your next visit to Lexington, Kentucky. And Accuprint, providing printing, design, and fulfillment. Online at accuprint.us. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and hopefully like us on Facebook. Here are the hosts of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Hey folks, great to have you with us. On the Red Barn stage tonight is Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company. They're from Pikeville. The musicians in the band are John Montgomery on lead vocals and guitar, Kevin Cool on lead guitar, Mark Chaney on bass, and Sean Hunt on the cool blue drums. Welcome Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company back to the Red Barn stage.
appreciate everybody that made it out here. I know we're from Pikeville, like they said, and Eastern Kentucky got hit with a bunch of snow, and we had to cat out before we got caught up, ain't it? So here's a little song about a modern love story. Well, you can pick up every rock thrown at my door. Turn around and throw them again, 'cause there's 1,000 reasons more for you to leave. You had it in your head just how this would go. You'd say what's on your mind, I'd fall down on your floor, but that's not me. And that ain't me to hold you with the darkness coming down. That ain't me to be there when the bad times come around. That ain't me to make you the only girl in town. That ain't me. That ain't me. Mama told me, be careful what you do. Don't let the lies they tell ever become true. They'll bring you down. I never saw the light, the worst thing I could be. I never let you go if only I could see, but that's not me. And that ain't me to hold you with the darkness coming down. That ain't me to be there when the bad times come around. That ain't me to make you the only girl in town. That ain't me. That ain't me. This has made a hell of a story you can tell to all your friends. But those nights I came home late, where do you think I'd been? 'Cause I'm not alone. And I will give you credit, it's all right through my life. I could be a better man if only I would try, but that's not me. And that ain't me to hold you with the darkness coming down. That ain't me to be there when the bad times come around. That ain't me to make you the only girl in town. That ain't me. That ain't me. Quick drink of water here. Next one's a dance song. We only play originals, which is something that's kind of unique in the circuits we play in, the bars and the places we play. Well, if you won't play something they've heard before, they'll give you genres and stuff. Play a dance song, play a sad song, play a fast song. So if you notice, we've got a lot of songs that fall into certain categories, and this was me writing a dance song. next one's my mother's favorite song. It's called Days of December. Apt title for today. The days grew shorter as nights got colder. I woke to a breeze as the leaves hit the ground. When you asked me if I could be your lover, well, I just wanted you to stick around. You're always there to keep them warm. When I made mistakes like some young men will do, when you were the calm, well, I brought the storm. How I remember those days in December when two young lovers trying to figure it out. When you couldn't live by the lies of November, and I'm telling you, baby, that we can work it out.
Well, welcome to Red Barn Radio, listeners. We are with Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company. The guy that's been singing is John Montgomery, and he's been writing songs for a while, I assume. Is that right, John?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I started real late, though. I started music at about 30, where we have a great music scene. We're from Pikeville, like I'd mentioned, and at night times, it's a lot to do is go watch live music. Well, we're real apt to sing songs about the homeland, you know.
Sure.
And you're like, I know where that place is. I know that story he's telling. I said, I got 100 stories. Let's go buy us a guitar. So I went down to Mountain Music, Kevin Harmon. He hooked me up, and then I started writing songs.
Mountain Music Exchange is sort of one of those landmarks, at least for musicians out by you.
Absolutely.
Amazing place. They have a lot of cool stuff up online. Always some interesting instruments there. Tell listeners about some of the other places in Pikeville that maybe only locals know about.
Well, I was kind of a transplant. I've only lived there for a couple years. It's kind of built into a fishbowl. It's mountains with a little bitty town in the middle of it. Sean said it best. I think he said, you build a town for 5,000 people, and then you put 20,000 people in it. Everywhere you could fit one trailer, they went ahead and put 3.
Oh, really?
So, when we did our last music video, we put the Frosty Freeze up there in it. We put local businesses. You've got families been there forever, and it's a little bit of everything, which these guys could tell you more, I think.
Yeah, tell us more. And Sean, you back on the drums. You don't have a mic, but if you feel compelled to give your testimony about Pikeville, just come forward. And all right. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, just recently we had the Belfry Pirates and the Pikeville Panthers win the state football championships in their own divisions. And of course we have Hillbilly Days every year there, where for the 3 days of the year we pretend that we're something that everyone stereotypically thinks we are, and we're not. And so that's pretty much it.
We'll go back to football. We'll come to. I want to talk about Hillbilly Days, but go back to football. You guys been football powerhouse out there, or is this just a rare thing?
Well, we won the state championship back in the '80s a couple of times, but it's pretty rare though that you do come out of it and win like that. So they're feeling pretty hyped about it right now.
Yeah, they got 3. Johnson Central got one out there at Paintsville, where Chris Stapleton's from, right next door to Pikeville. So, the Mountains showed out this year, which ain't a lot to do other than play football and basketball.
Chris Stapleton's a football player.
Yeah, he looks big enough to be.
Yeah, well, so do you. Yeah. Did you ever play football, John?
I did. I played some football. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was in Morgan County, is where I'm from, West Liberty. So.
What position did you play?
Defensive end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I didn't like getting hit. I just let me hit the guy that don't see me coming. That's ideal, I think.
Yeah, you're a big guy to get around. Hey, let's talk about Hillbilly Days. And so this is an event that I've heard about so many times, and how many times have I thought I'm going to make it? And have I yet? No, but I will. Tell me more about it. Tell listeners about it, because this is one of those significant things that goes on in Eastern Kentucky.
Basically, when you think about it, it's kind of like when everybody thinks of the Hatfields and the McCoys, which happened in Pike County. The moonshiners and the bonnets for the ladies, and the bibbed overalls for the men, and pipes, and tobacco. And arts and crafts, and then like Sean was saying earlier, you take 100,000 people and you cram them into a city built for about 5,000 people, and 3 days you just have a hootenanny, as they would call it.
Yeah, right.
I always figured like Pikeville didn't have no diversity growing up. It was one kind of people, and they did 2 things. One, they built a college, which attracted a ton of different people, and 2, they throw one hell of a giant party. And that's what gets people in there. So
Hillbilly Days. So I'm a young couple from Lexington with maybe a couple of kids, 4 and 6. Is this going to be an event for them, or is it going to be more for young people who want to
no, it's
party it up?
It's family oriented. I mean, there's your spots. If you stick around long enough, you'll find one. But it's family oriented.
About 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and like everybody's drunk out in the streets. But you go during the day. Yeah, you can take your kids. It's all good.
That was another thing. He was talking about Hatfield McCoy, and I watched the Kevin Costner show where he had it on Netflix, and I went to work, and I was like, man, that's all right around here. I didn't even know that. And they're like, yeah, right there where we were looking at was the graveyard all the McCoys are in. We literally was right beside of it, and I didn't realize it.
Oh, that's crazy.
So that's something cool to see.
Yeah. So, Mark, have you been a Pikevillian or Eastern Kentuckian for life?
Yep, whole life.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Where'd you go to high school? And
I live around the Millard area, like about 15, 20 minutes away from the break. So I went to high school at Eastridge.
yeah, did you do music when you were in high school?
Oh yeah, I've always been into it. Like I think I started playing about age 7 or something like that. I've got my own band called Mirrored Image. Outside of this, it's like indie pop, and my brother just started recording. He recorded their record. He recorded our records.
So, is just an older brother of yours?
Yeah, his name's John Chaney.
Oh, all right. Is he trained like as a sound engineer? Is he sort of self-taught or?
Pretty much self-taught. Like I think he just sat around and watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos. He like he was like, "Hey, you're gonna be our guinea pig," and that's my first record. And then everyone has just gotten significantly better.
Huh. And so was bass always your thing, or have you do other instruments also?
No, I mean I mainly play guitar, and I started on piano actually, but I don't know. There's the stigma against bass. Is like, oh yeah, that's the group of friends, the worst guitar player ends up on bass. I don't understand that because in
I don't understand
a
that
situation
either.
like this, bass is very important. Just one electric guitar.
Yeah, we will all agree that that the bass is important, and when someone is up there playing bass and they don't think the bass is important, we all know.
Oh yeah.
So you obviously think it is, and it sounds great.
Yeah. Whereas like
doing
my
a great
other
job.
band, like there's 3 guitar players. like if I mess up, it doesn't matter. Whereas as long as it sounds kind of okay, but I mean I gotta hold it together up here.
3 guitar players.
On and off, yeah. Like our singer, sometimes he'll play on a song, and like I'll play keyboard on some of it and all that.
That's the story of Eastern Kentucky bands. It's a little patchwork a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit patchwork. There's nothing really there for like that kind of thing, but we've played like Cosmic Charlies, that sort of stuff. It's
Kevin, your sound, you definitely have you sound like a guy who's listened to a lot of Skynyrd and Outlaws.
I was a huge Outlaws and Skynyrd fan. I was also a big fan of Peter Frampton and the Eagles. Don Felder is one of my favorite guitar players ever. And, of course, Peter Frampton is just amazing to me as well.
And yeah, right, and still ticking.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I've seen videos of he looks a lot older.
Yeah.
But-
Obviously,
but-
the hair's not there anymore.
It's fair, I guess. But yeah, he's a great player, huh?
Yes.
And he's still performing. Have you seen him perform ever?
Yes. Seen him twice.
All right.
Actually saw him open up with Leonard Skynyrd at Rupp Arena back in '98. And then I saw him and who was with him in Cincinnati? Steve Miller. Him and Steve Miller last year in Cincinnati at Riverbend.
Steve Miller still sounding okay?
Yes, very nice.
No kidding.
Yeah, they came out and jammed together, and it was really nice. Played a bunch of old blues tunes.
What'd you say about the Leonard Skynyrd wrap-up tour? What's happened? Is that
They're actually playing on their farewell tour right now, and they're actually going to play in Pikeville at the East Kentucky Expo Center there, which I think is called Appalachian Cellular Arena now. Sorry, they just changed it.
it's called the Appalachian
Cellular Arena.
Arena.
Yes.
Still trying to get used to that. It's been the expo forever, and it's forever going to be the expo to me.
Well, good.
But
I think you should just keep calling it the Expo. Cellular Arena just doesn't.
Appalachian Wireless
that
Cellular
sounds like-
Arena.
They were asking us about
Sounds like a
Pikeville,
disease.
and I said that's all you really need to know is Skynyrd had to play it one more time before they called it quits.
They've already done once,
Yeah,
I believe.
so
At least one.
we were there for them.
Kevin, you probably are looking for a ticket, aren't you? You probably don't have tickets yet, do you?
Not yet, no.
Oh, you? How many are you gonna buy?
Probably one to be it.
Yeah, just you. You want to have all that pleasure to yourself.
Exactly.
Very nice. All right, but so hey, let's get back to some music, and then we'll come back and chat a little bit more after a few songs. Let's welcome them back, folks. There we go.
bar one night. I was just I'd been drinking for about 3 days straight, so I wasn't very festive. So I just sat in a corner and watched what I saw and wrote it down. Luckily, talking about Eastern Kentucky earlier. This is you can't play. You know they say you can't play in Texas unless you got a fiddle in the band. You can't play in Kentucky or Eastern Kentucky unless you have a coal mining song. So I wrote a song kind of just joking a little bit about all the characters in it, and it kind of got serious for a lot of people, so I had to start playing it serious. It's called Newsman. Well, the newsman said that the mines had died. They were washed away by the modern tide. And the sons and the daughters that are left behind, they gotta find their way any way they find. But Addington, he'll still take my day and trade my back for an honest pay. Little Johnny getting taller, oh, his mama would say, and ask him about his daddy every single day. And I said, Lord, can you help me if you please? This life ain't all it's supposed to be. They said staying away from home was an easy way to the other side, but why's the road so damn hard? A young dead boy, he's a football star. The boys talk about him at the local bar. I worked 12 hours crawling my car. He plays Friday night, but it's so damn far. And I said, Lord, can you help me if you please? This life ain't all it's supposed to be. They said staying away from home was an easy way to the other side, but why's the road so damn hard? Well, the newsman said that the mines have died. They were washed away by the modern tide. And the sons and the daughters that are left behind, they gotta find their way any way they find. Thank you. That song's it's for Eastern Kentucky. A lot of families grew up there. Oh, this next one's a good one.
Red Barn Radio is brought to you with the help of Chef Greg Scott and Broussard's Delta Kitchen, featuring authentic flavors of New Orleans and the Mississippi Delta on Main Street in Georgetown, Kentucky. They're also on Facebook. Listen locally, working in concert with people to embrace opportunities. Listen locally and engage in shared experiences, including music, theater, poetry, dialogue, and conversation. More on Facebook, Instagram, and listenlocally.net. The Griffin Gate Resort and Spa, a luxury spa located in the Marriott in Lexington, Kentucky. The Griffin Gate Resort is perfect for your next visit to Lexington, Kentucky. Accuprint, providing printing, design, and fulfillment. Online at accuprint.us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of tonight's Red Barn Radio program. Red Barn Radio is coming to you live from the Performance Hall at Arts Place here in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. Please welcome back Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company.
Here's a love song I wrote. It's called Firefly. It's I don't know. It was a doomed relationship. Didn't know it was at the time, and but it made for a good song. This is from a mom. There's a wind blowing in the tall grass tonight, and as it picks up, it catches the corner of your head. And though it's cold outside, you stuck it out with me all night long. And standing close by the fire, my heart started writing down this song. And it said, stay with me, and we could catch a firefly. They'll light your path along the way. Can't you see that we could be forever, baby? Like a love that's meant to be. A kiss from you, sweetest kind of moment lost in time. And the taste of your lips forever will be yes upon my mind. Fire in your hair reminds me of a song I never wrote. I always knew the words, but I never found that note. And it said, stay with me, and we can catch a firefly. They'll light your path along the way. Can't you see that we could be forever, baby? Like a love that's meant to be. Here I go, another lovesick man upon my knees. Lying naked here, your body tends to put my mind at ease. How could a man like me ever hope to hold you for too long? And my final plea is written in the words of this song. And they go, they said, stay with me, and we can catch a firefly. They'll light your path along the way. Can't you see that we could be forever, baby? Like a love that's meant to be. Because you were meant for me. That's the love song of the bunch. Good job, Mark. this next one's dedicated to a girl in Pike County called Bailey. I guess she's going through some things, and this is her favorite song, and it's called Broken Cinderella. A lot of broken Cinderellas out there, I guess. You weren't your daddy's only girl.
tonight we are rocking here on Red Barn Radio with Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company. They're a four-piece only band from Pikeville. I know it sounds like more than four pieces. They're from Pikeville, and we're learning about Pikeville this evening. We learned about hillbilly days, and you were also telling me about another sort of phenom of your region, which is that there are a lot of the same kinds of stores. Who was talking about that? But was that?
I think that was
One
me.
whole Family Dollar, Dollar General.
There-
thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. What's
We have the most Dollar General per capita.
really?
I don't know that for fact, but there's a good chance of it. Like I was telling you,
it's
my
a
brother's a
fact.
dispatcher, and he has like 12 hours to do nothing but sit there and answer phones. He got bored and counted one day. There were like 42 between
You mean
Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General.
so? I mean,
Pot County.
okay. So, well, since you have some level of expertise at this, maybe then you could answer a question for me. What is the difference between one and the other? Does Dollar Tree do something special that Family Dollar doesn't do, or vice versa?
I think Family
No.
Dollar owns Dollar Tree. I don't know. Like I know they sell more like Christmas decorations and stuff like that, and then Family Dollar and Dollar General are pretty similar. They just put them everywhere because nobody wants to leave the holler. So you got like literally one every 3 miles or something crazy.
So we used to call those five and dimes, right? And they all kind of have the same smell. It's not a bad smell, really. It's just the same smell. It sort of smells a little bit like
Cheap.
like plastic. It's not like plastic. There's the strong smell of plastic, and they're in chocolate. I smell plastic and chocolate and candy, and stuff like that.
It's like walking into Goodwill. They all smell the same too.
Our band's actually sponsored by Dollar Store, so
Yeah.
we're legally not allowed to say the other two names.
I do not.
I just dropped all three of them.
cut that.
I just dropped all three of them.
Now, I suppose I've already done it, but I would want to say I am not in any way wanting to belittle what they do if they do a service to your community. Is that the case? Provide jobs, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah. There's usually one or two people there.
Yeah. Well,
They're all always understaffed.
before we get back to talking about your musical selves, what else do you do for work? I'm kind of curious. You want to kick it off over there, Mr. Lead Guitar, Kevin Cool?
Yeah, I work for Community Trust Bank.
You do.
Yes.
All right. So are you then a banker?
About that much.
Yeah. No. Have you done that for a long time?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And did that come out of training, or just something you
Nah,
kind of
just
fell into in
Fell
your life?
into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You got family, kids?
I've got a daughter. She's 26.
Oh,
or
all right.
28, sorry.
All right. She musical too?
No, she's a high school math teacher.
She is. All right. Down there.
Actually in
there?
Knoxville. She lives in Knoxville.
All right. Well, cool. Hey, what about you, John?
I was in the military for a couple years, and then I got into marketing. Then I own my own business, and now I'm a machinist. So about every 7 years, 5 years or something, I get the itch and go to something else.
Did you ever do or ever intend to go to college after high school? Did you do some of that?
I did. I got about 30 credits, 38 credits or something like that, and I just like, this ain't for me. That's when I signed up and left and did a little traveling
Yeah.
and done some other things.
Yeah, and when did you serve in the military?
06 to 2012.
Oh wow,
yeah, yeah.
so long time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a good
6 years. Yeah.
That's a good run. You still keeping in pretty close touch with some of your friends
Yeah, you
from
keep
back
some.
then?
It's like the world's biggest fraternity,
Yeah.
and even if you don't keep up with your specific friends, you always run into a lot of older guys wearing the Vietnam hats and stuff, and they'll treat you like you're their brother. I mean, so you've always got friends everywhere you go. It's a neat little thing. Yeah.
You have buddies that you went through high school with who also served, or that you crossed paths with serving?
Yeah, my last year I became a recruiter, so I put several of them in, and so they didn't go in with me, but they followed me after, and then I left them, and I left.
Tell me about the recruiter job.
Shoot, man, it's high pressure. It's a lot to it, and
How so?
Well, I was actually supposed to leave to go to the Middle East, and there was a recruiter position came open, and they typecast me. They needed a 6-foot blonde of a certain age because they had just opened a armory at Farmer Charkey down here where Moorhead's at, and they needed someone to recruit that college. And I happened to fall in all those, the criteria, and that's where I got the job. And they stationed me close, and we would just go to schools and talk to people, and it's just a numbers game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, did you feel that you were successful at it by some measure? Or?
Yeah, it's 50-50. Some people, you put them in and they don't know what they're getting into, but a lot of people you're helping a whole lot. I mean, you're getting them out of bad situations.
Giving them an opportunity to sort of focus in their lives and learn some trades, some skills.
Yeah, I used to tell people I wasn't selling a house or a car. I was selling a whole life. I mean, your whole life changes when you do stuff like that. And, 6 years later, you ain't the same person,
Yeah. Did you learn any particular skills in? Well, it's sort of a two-part question. One was going into the service a good opportunity for you as a young person and a good move for you, one that you look back on favorably?
Yeah, I look back on it pretty fondly. It was a good decision at the time because I didn't have no direction. That's a big problem in Eastern Kentucky. There's no direction of sense. Thank God a lot of them, like Mark grew up in music. I mean, he had that direction his entire life, and that would have been ideal. I wish that would have, happened to me, and I could have gotten into it a lot earlier. But if you ain't got no direction, they'll give you one. Find one and go.
Yeah, right. And did you? So did you actually serve abroad?
No, I never had the chance.
So you stayed here.
Yeah, stuff kept coming up, and I kept doing things here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I actually served with Eric Bolander, another Red Barn.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Performer, I guess. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's one I keep up with. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
So we see him.
Huh. And so that was for you, Mark. You had a family of musicians and always kind of knew you were going to go that direction. Did you actually do any do studies in music ever?
Oh, no. Actually, I just now took my last finals at Big Sandy. So I've got an associate's degree now, but I don't plan on going anymore.
All right. Congratulations. What associate's degree with what kind of emphasis?
They just said associate of arts unless you plan on working at the hospital.
Okay, so
it's stereotypical as you can get.
Gotcha. So what did you do? Like, what kind of things do you do? Did you get associates in arts with a focus on music? What kind of classes did you take?
They don't really offer any music, but I was planning on teaching English, and then the whole teacher pension thing popped up my first semester of my freshman year. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Huh.
And basically gen eds, and I took fun classes like communication, psychology, that stuff that doesn't really help you all that much unless you're going to be a psychologist.
Well, no, they get it's liberal arts education. That's all right.
Yeah.
It seems like a good thing that you did that.
I mean, you never know. It could help you out some way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. Hey, all right. So this is a question really for all of you. I guess I was kind of curious to know, from your vantage point, how are you seeing changes in Eastern Kentucky? You reflected earlier on sort of the changes that happened in sort of the diversity of the population when the university came. Mm-hmm. How are you seeing the communities, for instance, transitioning away from coal?
Yeah, that's a heck of a topic. Like I said, we grew up in coal families, all of us did. And a lot of people get by on coal and make a decent living, but there's only a few that get rich. And they tend to keep the region stranglehold, wouldn't let anything else come in, things like that. So now we're trying to play catch up and get other industry in. And it kind of goes into me training to be a machinist. I go to ECAMI there in Paintsville, back to Chris Stapleton's house, and his dad's actually on the board. And they're training old coal miners and people that, military like us to be machinists and giving us other opportunities for whole new careers, And it's been a huge boon for the area. I mean, it's been awesome.
Yeah. What other kind of things do you see going on that are kind of, I don't know, picking up the economy a little bit and making people a little more hopeful?
Well, we had a tornado a couple years ago, and it wiped some small towns off the map, and that gave them money to completely rebuild. You've got West Liberty, Sayersville. I mean, I know that sounds bad, and a lot of people lost a lot of stuff, but man, it was a heck of a jump start for the area.
Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't. Really, I know Liberty got slammed.
It's weird how that goes, isn't
It is. It is strange.
But, and I was talking about diversity with Pikeville. They brought the college in and stuff like that. You're seeing a lot of, when we grew up, it was just every woman wanted to be a teacher or nurse. That was it. Every guy wanted to be a coal miner. That was the 3 professions, period. Maybe somebody was a mechanic every once in a while, but, it was not, it was that linear in the way people thought. And now people are doctors, people are lawyers, people are, or, like I said, I've been in marketing. I'm a machinist now. Like, he's been able to study music. How crazy is that,
Yeah. Well, I think it's,
So,
I think it's.
Kevin's been there a while. He could tell you.
The local Pikeville University now has a optometry school and a medical school as well, and so they're trying to bring in some things to diversify the area quite a bit here in the last little bit. So.
Yeah. Was it also in Pikeville, Kevin, where they were looking to set up big greenhouse agribusiness, right?
Yes.
Wasn't there sort of a deal that kind of fell through?
Yeah, that was one of the things they were trying to do. They were also trying to open a battery factory there, and a couple other businesses that are on the possible horizon, but they haven't got them nailed down just quite yet, though.
But it's nice. It's kind of interesting to hear your stories, and it does sound like things are just a bit more hopeful. Maybe the transition. I know it's always slow, but it's cool to hear that you have sort of positive outlook on it. That's good. It's great to have you guys on the program. So glad you could come and be on Red Barn. We enjoyed having you and have enjoyed rocking tonight, which has been just very cool. Folks, we have Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company with us from Pikeville, and they're going to get back to some more music now to wrap up the show. Welcome them back, Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company.
We met in the summer that I bought my first guitar. I would sing you to sleep on the back of my daddy's car. Wrote some songs about how it began. Summer loving, it would never end. How I loved you in so many ways. Cinderella's seen better days, and the music was playing low. The song came soft and slow, and then you hear a voice you know, 'cause I was singing all stories on the radio. Then here came the winter, and all love couldn't take the cold. The sun never shines so bright when the cold wind blows. So I wrote some songs about how it would end. Say our piece and we stay close friends. But you had something else in mind. I lost my dandelion, and the music was playing low. The song came soft and slow. Then you hear a voice you know, 'cause I was singing all stories on the radio. Now I got me a band and took the life of a music man. I turn these stories into solid gold, singing songs everywhere I go. I just want the best for you. Find love in everything you do. I just hope somewhere you smile when you turn that radio dial in. The music was playing low. The song came soft and slow. Then you hear a voice you that song. We had a radio interview once, and they were talking about a lot of the songs were very personal in a sense that they're written. Broken Cinderella, Dirt Road, which we'll hear in a minute. Those songs are written to specific people, and they thought, you know, it gave me the thought, how crazy would it be to hear your life stories told by someone else, maybe someone you don't even like, but on the radio, how crazy it'd be. So I wrote that song. This next one's just a jam. There ain't no story there. Can't all be winners. You bring your fire to my doorstep. You're trying to burn my peace of mind. But I got walls around my memory, and you can't kill what you can't find. That's alright with me. I can see from the other side. That's alright by me if you wanna leave. You say you spend your day in misery from living life in second place. But this world's your own damn creation, so wipe the tears from your face. That's alright with me. I can hear from the other side. That's alright by me if you wanna leave. It's all built a cloud of chaos, but don't you put those chains on me. Save that for some kind of martyr. Sink him to the bottom of the sea. That's alright with me. I can see from the other side. That's alright by me if you wanna leave. Let me introduce the band a little bit if you don't care. That guy playing that guitar all night, that's Kevin Cool. That guy on that bass is marvelous, Mark Cheney. That guy back there on sticks, Mr. Sean Hunt. And I'm John Montgomery, and we're the Phoenix Holding Company. That's alright with me. I can see from the other side. That's alright by me if you wanna leave. You gotta switch guitars. I'll tell you a little bit about this next song. Thank you, thank you. This next song's probably the reason we're here. It's one of the first songs I ever wrote, and it's going back to Eastern Kentucky. Other than the dollar stores, that's the theme of the night. Man, we have Pacific love stories, and they ain't traditional. You don't see them in a Hallmark and things like that. And I wrote this song about this, a reoccurring theme I saw in love in Eastern Kentucky, and it did really well. We made a music video that done really well, and it afforded us such things as a Red Barn, and we're sure glad you guys had us. It's called Dirt Road. We grew up down a dirt road, a place where flowers didn't grow. The rock stays hard in Appalachia. We knocked down mountains to find the coal. One day I saw you through my window. Prettiest girl I'd ever seen, yeah. Well, living poor was a nightmare, yeah. You were an angel from a dream. You were my dirt road dandelion. I was so afraid to touch you 'cause you made me drift away. You were the prettiest flower in a place that things don't shine. You were my dirt road dandelion. Dirt road dandelion. Well, you grew up and went to college. I got old enough to mind, but you came home every summer, and for a few weeks we were back in time. You were my dirt road dandelion. I was so afraid to touch you 'cause you made me drift away. You were the prettiest flower in a place that things don't shine. You were my dirt road dandelion. Dirt road dandelion. Well, you were my first kiss, my first swing and miss, and everything I thought of since.
We would like to thank Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company for being with us this evening. We also thank our volunteers for their help with our production each week, and also Nick Lazaroff for his production photography. Thank you all for listening to our webcast, watching us on YouTube Live, and those listening to us on the Red Barn network of stations. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, public radio for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at WEKU.FM. It's your chance to hear more great live Kentucky music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU. We also thank the members of our studio audience for supporting the mission of Red Barn Radio, which strives to present, promote, and preserve the rich musical tradition of this region and share it with the world. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. Tickets for Red Barn Radio are now available on eventbrite.com, Lexington. Next week on Red Barn Radio, we present Theo and Brenna McMillan. They're originally from Winchester, Kentucky, where they grew up with 10 other siblings. A variety of creative talents among all of the siblings were recognized, encouraged, and supported in their childhood home. Theo and Brenna launched their bluegrass band in May of 2018. You will hear the sounds of bluegrass, old country, and their roots-influenced original material, too. Theo and Brenna McMillan, coming up next week, 7 p.m. on the Red Barn stage. Join us, won't you? Let's welcome back Montgomery and the Phoenix Holding Company. I think they got another number for us. Let's do it.
Down in Eastern Kentucky, down in Pikeville, they're drinking
Well, that's all of Red Barn Radio for this week from Lexington, Kentucky. You can see and hear us worldwide as we stream live on the web, on YouTube, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. Our program is also available on the WEKU app. Check out Red Barn Radio on demand. We're so glad you joined us tonight. Come back again next week for another great night of music on Red Barn Radio.